my name is Shirin. Yes, I'm living now in Rotterdam, but originally I come from Amsterdam. Actually, my whole family comes from Rotterdam. I can even do the accent. I will not bother you with that right now. But yes, I'm the founder of GetMe, and GetMe is an online platform that is about today's zeitgeist. And next to that, I'm a freelance brand strategist. I work for the so-called youth culture brands like Jägermeister, E-Spec, Chanel, Marc Jacobs. But although I do like that work, I found it sometimes a bit, I miss out the substance. So that's why I made GetMe. And I will introduce you with GetMe, a bit of the vibe of GetMe through this short teaser. I will start with that first. Let me see how it works. Click another time.
This is a movement by the youth, the young people of the day, saying, guess what, mister? I've got no voice, no future, no leadership. This is what this is about. And if we don't take it serious, do you know where it's going to escalate? This is the youth actually saying to themselves, guess what? These people can get away with that. Then why can't we tell people how we feel? Look at what you're seeing today. You're not seeing it in one area, you're seeing it right over London.
Well, I guess everyone is awake right now. So what is GetMe? Well, through visual essays, honest portraits, and the exploration of alternative ideas, we aim to get grip on today's zeitgeist. I guess we live in a brilliant yet a bit complex world, and for me it feels like a lot of people are a bit lost and confused. So what GetMe tries to do is to give a bit of substance and also a bit of reflection on today's time. So what we do is we interview these visionaries in Europe. We are like a network of correspondents all over Europe. And we try to reflect through visual essays to interviews by writing new essays about subjects, about actually quite basic subjects, about love, about safety. We now have this team about white privilege that I guess is quite going on in today's society. And the next subject will be about love, because I guess at that subject we're even more lost with Tinder and stuff. So what we do is we really try to get into these subjects and give people stage that have maybe a different vision on it. And try to see if we can find a new direction. So, for example, it shows a bit the website. So we also talked about new feminism, and we do a lot of video portraits. So, like for example, with Ghost Poet, in his lyrics, it feels for me that he's quite reflecting on today's time, and I thought it would be really interesting to go through his lyrics and see what he thinks about London, because London changed also a lot. These are the examples. It goes really fast, I'm sorry. And the reason I did that actually is also because I worked for Vice. So I don't want to say any bad thing about Vice, but it was a bit of backlash because I felt like they were representing my generation in a bit of a superficial way. And it was really funny because when I was at the office, I worked for Vice UK, then they saw this and they were quite pissed off because it's like a general generator. Let me see if I say that. Who just gives these typical Vice titles. And they were like, yeah, is it funny or not? Who is this dude, pissed off and everything. So next to that, like I said, I do these visual essays. This was about stereotyping because I feel like a lot of brands try to put us in a certain box. Well, the guy on the left is the fixed gear guy. I don't think I have to explain a lot about that. And the other guy, that's actually from Amsterdam. It's the bitterzoete boy because they're like the bittersweet boy. He's a typical guy, that goes to Bitterzoet, like Sparta, like Rockwell, Eastpak. Joya Mooi is there. I don't know if you know her, but she's also from Amsterdam. So yeah, it gives a bit of we made it a bit like, yeah, we collaborate also with Eastpak for this, and we made it really slick. But of course, it was a bit of a statement how everyone thinks they're original, but they're not really. And this is the Istanbul Promise. Actually, there was something I found really interesting. Is the Istanbul Promise is about the fact that a lot of Turkeys, like the new Turkish generation, who actually maybe never, they're born here, but still they really want to go to Istanbul. And they think, that's where their future is. They want to leave the Netherlands, although they've grown up, they're totally Dutch. So I found that really interesting. Of course, I made a bit of a joke with Turks fruit. It's not a... And the other one is the owner of Bar. If you don't know Bar, you should really go. It's the nicest club of the Netherlands. I'm sorry for Amsterdam, and it's in Rotterdam. And and this guy is about the fact that our relationship with technology changed a bit. So all of a sudden being a nerd is cool because, like hackers are the new future, and this guy represents that a bit, that now it's cool to be a nerd again. And the next one is about new feminism. I noticed, maybe it's also because at Vice UK I had to work on Chanel, and they want to redefine feminism. And I noticed that like Emma Watson, Beyonce, but also Chanel, they made this huge protest about feminism, and all of a sudden feminism was a cool thing. And I found that really interesting. So I chose the 4 strong girls from Rotterdam and made them represent a certain female kind of, like a type. I don't know how to say it. This is actually important because they asked me to come here to speak about this. I did Hipster Muslim this year, actually in September. I worked on this new project, Hipster Muslim Amsterdam. I already did one in Rotterdam, but because Amsterdam West is quite a changing area, so I thought it would be really interesting to see how this area where mostly Muslims live now is also getting a lot of, it attracts a lot of hipsters. So do they ever talk to each other, or do they live in different subcultures? And also this whole idea started actually with the beard. I find it really interesting how Muslims have a beard, people have negative associations. They see it as like a bit of an old-fashioned, maybe they associate it with terrorism, they associate it with religion, while hipsters have exactly the same beard, I think, except the moustache. And people think that's cool, it's new, it's I don't know, manly, whatever. And I found that really weird. I didn't get it, so I was just curious what happened. No, not manly.
Who's my beard?
So I was just curious what happened if, I put them next to each other and they switch clothes. For that part, I made a bit of a teaser. So please, have it. It's Dutch, but it's with English subtitles.
Buiten was je dan wel eens aangekeken met als je met zo'n baard loopt. Gelukkig ben ik niet zo'n heel grote baard, het is een moduloze baard moet ik zeggen.
Ook al is het soms voor de grap dat mensen het zeggen, maar je zegt van ik ben toch een terrorist of dat soort.
Zoals je ziet, ik ben momenteel zo gekleed. En het duurt niet lang voordat je al mensen zo raar naar je ziet kijken. Of het nou in tram 10 is, of tram 3 of bus 22 of op Amsterdam Centraal. Ja, het is hier minder een West natuurlijk, maar je voelt je wel altijd, je valt op.
Waar bijvoorbeeld mijn vriend en ik alleen de tram in stappen en op een tramchauffeur zegt van pas op, er zijn zakkenrollers aan boord.
Pas als we dus ontdekken wie je bent en wat je doet. En ze dan denken van, oh, oké, Dus niet zo iemand als soldaat.
De islam is puur vrede en wat gedood ongehooglijk allemaal, dat mag helemaal niet in de islam. In de islam wordt gezegd van, dood je één mens is het alsof je de hele mensheid hebt gedood. Dat wat ISIS allemaal doet, is allemaal, heeft niks met islam te maken.
Proberen ook door middel van muziek ook te laten zien van, hey, het hoeft niet altijd zo te zijn. Met wat je ziet, het beeld. Kijk, in ons orkest hebben we ook een bepaalde kledij. Nou, dat is wat ik nu ook aan heb, de jalaba. Nou, als je de jalaba ziet, die kun je ook overal zien. Die kun je ook in de moskee, mensen die vanuit de moskee komen en op straat lopen, die kunnen ook met een jalaba lopen. Ja, en heel veel mensen die dat zien, die denken van, daar heb je misschien een terrorist.
Religie betekent voor mij, ja, eerlijk gezegd vrijwel alles. Het is hetgeen waar ik mijn leven op baseer. Ook naar Al-Ghuraba betekent letterlijk de strangers, de onbekenden. Met als focus de moslims hier in het westen. En nog specifieker de jongeren, die wel hier thuis horen, maar tegelijkertijd niet thuis voelen. En want ook al hoe thuis ik me ook voel, er zijn altijd wel elementen die ervoor zorgen dat je toch alsnog een stranger bent. Wat in het Amsterdam-West is wat mij is opgevangen. Je kan echt, dat zeggen ze vaak over Amsterdam en dan hartje Amsterdam, dus je kan zijn wie je wilt. Maar ik vind dat het meer geldt voor Amsterdam-West.
Ik kan niet echt anders kunnen wonen dan Kruisveld of Amsterdam-West.
Nou, omdat je altijd hoort dat mensen moeten integreren, dat het altijd één weg integratie is. Maar als je hier op straat loopt, dan zie je dat naast de blanke mensen ook moslims rondlopen. En daar weet ik helemaal niks van. Dus ik ga even in 5 minuten meer vertellen dan ik ooit toen horen ben gekomen. Super interessant.
Bijvoorbeeld loop een dagje mee, bijvoorbeeld met een moslim aan de moskee en ik hoe zo'n dagje eruit ziet. Ik ben Abderrahim Nouri. Ik ben de Buongiorno Espresso bar.
Hoi, ik ben Francesco. Ik ben koffiebrander hier in Amsterdam-West.
Ik ben Omar, ik studeer momenteel maatschappelijk werk. Ik ben Peter en ik ben grafisch vormgever.
Mijn naam is Maurina Larcon en ik ben muzikant, deel van Tentempiers.
Ik ben Mohamed Saidi, ik ben artistiek leider van het Amsterdamse Andalusische Orkest. En ik woon in het Westerpark in Amsterdam.
Yes. Well, I show you the results. So this is how it works. And it's really funny because I showed also some Muslims and they were like, "Oh man, I don't know." But then they see, of course, the tattoos and they're like, "Oh, he's a hipster." But with this one, it was really like this guy. He was like, "Oh my God, this dude looks like a Muslim." And if I didn't know, I would say like give him a Muslim greet. So it worked really well with those two. But there was a bit of a difficulty with the other guy, and I will explain in a bit. And this is the last one. This guy is from White Coffee.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And it's really cute with those two because the thing is that, like he said, he said, if you want to know a bit more about the Islam, just join me. And actually they did. And now they're friends, and the other one gives them the Quran, and the other one, teaches them a bit more about coffee. And the dude about it's not really the same level, I'm sorry. But for baristas, coffee is like a holy grail, right? But now the other one said like, alright, because he was, I guess he was a bit surprised how the reaction would be on this whole visual essay. And we were picked up by What the Fuck. It's like a quite mainstream blog, so also a bit more mainstream people and a bit more mainstream reactions. So like, this is bullshit. Why do they wear jalaba? Blah blah blah. So he got into this huge fight on Facebook with those guys, and then he said, "What the fuck? I'm from now on every Sunday I wear a jalaba in the White Coffee label." Please, have this. But what the thing is, what I said before, and it honestly it really got me a bit pissed off and also a bit like sad, because I did this for the government of Amsterdam West. They asked me to make something nice for the square of Mercatorplein, and this guy says in one of the interviews that he is pro-Islamic State. But he doesn't mean IS. He means like he would like to see an Islamic empire. And because of that, the whole thing got, they skipped it. They were too afraid for bad publicity. And I was like, oh man, it's so frustrating, because I think this guy is in a fucking legging on a square where his whole family walks around. So I think he shows really that he wants to, he's really open-minded, but he has this opinion, and I think it's a bit weird that he can't have it. So, yeah, that's a bit of the, I was happy to go back to Rotterdam after that. And the last thing is just more like this. It's actually because I would like to collaborate with a lot of people. That's why I also came here. So if someone thinks, all right, Get Me fits with me, I would like to write for it, or have an idea what we can, work on together. And like I said, I'm now working still on white privilege. The next subject will be about love. And for white privilege, we made also a short teaser. If anyone has some person that has a great vision on that subject, please let me know. So.
Do I look suspicious? Every day. They have complete domain of us. They're like gods. If they tell you not to do something, you cannot do it. And if you do, they will treat you like a dog. You will be shot down. Well, at least for a black man. I'm not sure for everybody, but I do understand that. I hope it's not like that for everybody.
Why is that dog ugly? Because he's black.
One of the things that I really appreciate about being gay is that I've got this insight into what it's like to be discriminated against.
You walked in and you should have seen their faces. It's like, oh my God, you didn't tell me she was black.
Yes, that's it.